Do you love Olive Garden zuppa Toscana? What if I told you you could have it on the table in under 30 minutes and loaded with lots of great flavor? I'm Christina from It Is a Keeper, and I share tried and true recipes that anyone can make. I believe if you can read, you can cook. So welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm showing you how to make this delicious Italian sausage soup in the Instant Pot. It's loaded with sausage, potatoes, spinach, and more. But if you don't have an Instant Pot, don't worry. Make sure you stay tuned to the end because I'll tell you how to make it on the stove and I'll give you some tips to make it even faster. Okay, so I have the Instant Pot set to the saute setting because we're going to start our soup that way. So I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom. And then I have some ground Italian sausage. So the kind of Italian sausage you use is entirely up to you. Mild, hot, a combination of the two, all up to you, whatever you like. Just don't use breakfast sausage. Totally different flavor. So I'm gonna get that in there. I'm gonna break it up a little bit with my spoon. Now, if you can't find sausage already grounded in a package like that, you can totally use the links. Just cut the casing and pop the sausage meat right out of there. You can totally use that. It works just as good. You could just throw those casings away when you're done. Okay. So now that that's moving along, we're gonna add a diced onion right in there. A diced bell pepper. I chose to use yellow. Use whatever color you like. But I love how bright the yellow is. It's nice and sunny. And I have some sliced mushrooms. In they go. And then to top it all off, we're gonna add a little bit of my all-purpose seasoning blend because we season everything as we go. And we just wanna stir this until our vegetables soften and the sausage starts to cook through. Okay, so our sausage is pretty much cooked, not all the way through, but pretty much. There's still a couple pink parts, but that's okay because we're not done cooking yet. But our vegetables are softened, so we're gonna continue to build this soup. So into the pot, I'm going to add a can of cannellini beans. I've drained them, but I didn't rinse them because we want that little extra starch in there. I'm also going to add some chicken stock. I like to use unsalted, because then I can control the salt that goes in. Whereas if you use the salted kind, you're kind of at the mercy of the manufacturer. All right, and then we're gonna add some water. And then I have potatoes that I've peeled and diced. Now I have them sitting in a pot of water so that they didn't change colors. You know how potatoes get funky when you let them sit out. So I'm just going to add those right in. And this is the reason why we're doing this in the Instant Pot, is to let these potatoes cook through. You can use russets. I think I have yellow bliss in here, so whatever you have, it's fine. To this, we're gonna add some umami. I have some Worcestershire sauce. Get that in there. That's gonna really beef up that flavor. And then we're gonna add some house seasoning. This all-purpose seasoning blend is great because remember, there is no salt in the chicken broth that I use. It is no sodium chicken broth. I'm going to add my Italian seasoning blend. And you can find the recipe for the all-purpose and the Italian seasoning blend in the video description below. And then for a little kick, you can totally leave this out, a little bit of crushed red pepper. Not too much, just a skosh. I'm gonna give everything a stir. And then we are going to put that lid on there. If I can find it. Where did I put it? Now does it go this way? Yes. And we are going to cook this on high for 10 minutes. So our Instant Pot just beeped. I'm gonna carefully release that steam, do a quick release. Ooh, the steam smells good. Okay, I'm gonna give this a stir. Oh, this looks amazing. So before we add the final ingredients to this, I'm gonna give a quick taste to see if we need to adjust the salt and pepper. We do need a little more salt, but it's so good. And I'm gonna put a little pepper, but remember we have that crushed red pepper in there already, so that is going to add a lot of zip. Okay. So one final ingredient we need to add to our soup is some spinach. So I just have the pre-packaged spinach and we're gonna drop that right in there and let it wilt into the soup. I know it looks like a lot, but it wilts down to nothing. Pile it up. All those good vitamins going in there. All right, in she goes. This pot is packed. Oh, I just love how the spinach turns such nice bright green color. The beans and the mushrooms and the peppers. Oh, you guys, I can't wait to dive into this. Okay. You guys, this is amazing. I cannot wait to dig in, but before we do, I promised you I was gonna give you some tips and ways you can make this without an Instant Pot. So if you do not have an Instant Pot, that's perfectly okay. You would just cook the vegetables and the sausage together on the stovetop like we did in the Instant Pot, just do it in a soup pot, and then add all the other ingredients, bring it to a boil and reduce it to a simmer. Let it simmer for maybe 10, 15 minutes, just until those potatoes are soft. That's it. So the amount of time is going to depend on how big you cut those potatoes, but that's it. You can easily make this on the stovetop. No need for a fancy Instant Pot. And if you want to take this over the top, you can add a little bit of cream to make it a creamy soup. You can add different veggies. You can top it with some Parmesan cheese. That's what I'm going to do. So many ways you can customize this soup. All right, I'm going in. Get a nice big ladle full. Just look at how amazing that looks. Get in there. I want some more of the sausage and potatoes. Oh. All right, I'm gonna put some Parmesan on there. All right, way to get that big soup pot out of there, but just look at this deliciousness. I'm gonna burn my lips off, but I'm going in. Hang on, I got a big spinach stem. Okay, here we go. Oh, the potatoes are so tender. And the beans and that little bit of heat from the crushed red peppers. You guys, this is winter in a bowl. This Italian sausage soup is definitely a keeper. If you like this recipe, you've got to try my homemade pasta fagioli. It's just like the one Nona made. Make sure you grab the printable recipe card down below. I'll see you in the next video.